Yeah, all right, we're live. Let's do this, people. Let's do this. Mostly eating.
I'll be back in just a few minutes.
All right. Not much writing getting done today. I'll tell you that much. I think I'm pretty burned out on the writing thing for today. Just gonna relax a bit. Okay. Keith is in the house. Beat Lorraine. Chad Lufsky, happy Monday. Lorraine was supposed to be for Keith, so rude. So I couldn't make MandoCon this weekend. Nobody sent me a streamer. Like, yeah, I told everybody. You know what? He's invited. If he can't show up in person, he ain't coming in friggin' on Zoom or something. I just dropped off Peter at the airport. Nick and Frank went out 5 o'clock this morning. I had to get up at 4:30 in the morning and drop them off. My wife brought Tom home and picked up Alice. It's a sad Monday. I already received the ejection from Ruidan for margin of ruin. All you can do is try and try again. I'm guessing that was one of their was that an anthology? Or are you sending in for their? I know they're taking novels this month. There's Charlie. What's up, Charlie? I'm not doing any writing today, but I have to do my week that was. So I might be a little distracted. I was supposed to do it this morning, but we still had Tom and Pete here. Oh, the novel. Well, that was quick. I thought they opened on the 1st. Did you send it in like on the 1st and they got rid of it? They tried. I literally did 15,000 words in the last 3 days. I'm a little burnt out. Well, so they rejected a couple of, which means anything they got first, they're like, you know what? Before we get 1,000 of these, let's start reading through these and trying to pick something. At least you don't have to wait until, October or something. You lost Scooble, you might lose a couple more today. You lost Scooble to the Dodgers, and now we are definitely going to have a lockout. I'll be honest though, Chad, looking at these 3 guys you got back, I don't think it was worth it. Hope Mike Lee shows up in the chat this week. Mike Lee was here all weekend. Hopefully he'll pop in. So now for the next several days, I'll eat leftovers. I got the macaroni salad. I got the last croissant. I have some tuna on it. Well, yeah, because now they're just going to three-peat. And everybody's going to whine about it. Thank you, Lorraine. I always have fun doing that every year. Hanging out with everybody. I make sure everybody said their name or I said their name, so it wasn't confusing. No, that's not hard at all, Chad. Speaking of Tom Duffy, he's now at his own house. Put in there. I don't know why it's lagging. Lagatha. I don't know. No storm. No storm here at all. No. Yeah, the power goes out. You're like, oh, good. I'm going home. Well, Rain, you have to be the you're the only one that does it well. Here we go. Now the cats can come out. There's Nick Zinn. There's Art. Get everybody in today. Nick's back home. Frank's back home. Peter should be leaving in a little bit on his flight. Started a new book this weekend. I got 12,000 something words in 13,000 words into it, but really 15,000, 5,000 a day. But I had to cut like 2,800 words from it because I realized the character I created for it wasn't. I didn't like him in this book. I was like, you know what? I'm going to cut him and use it for like the next book or another story or something. So I chopped that. So then I had to make up those words yesterday. Although I technically wrote them. I don't say, what'd you miss, Nick? You missed when we made fun of you. But you were here. Yeah, that's too big. Nick had some odd clothing choices as usual. Although one year I did pick him up at the airport and he had a suit on. Too dark. I think that storm that Keith scared out of Orlando is heading this way. I'm doing good, Matthew. Just dropped everybody out of my house. That has been here since Thursday. My wife ran out to go to her office to drop off some of the extra cookies and whatnot, since we have about 10,000 cookies left. Having some lunch. Then I stand corrected, Nick. Peter Marsh was here. He's like, can I drink any of this alcohol? I'm like, you can drink all the alcohol. So he takes a big glass. I put some ice in. And I said, you know what, the smart thing to do, the nice thing would be ask the host of the house if he would also like some of his own whiskey that he paid $100 a bottle for. He's like, all right. So he, big glass, and then he opens it and he starts pouring, and he pours like almost to like 3/4 of it. And I'm like, dude, have you ever had whiskey before? What am I, an alcoholic? So I had to pour half of it into his, but it's still like, it was like a 5-shot. I'm like, no. So I got a little buzzed. I got a little buzz on Saturday night from that. It's like in the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we write from like basically 9 to 5. Although Friday we were all done by about 2:30. And it's cool sitting here working, and then everybody else has headphones on, and I don't. And then you just hear everybody typing away. Enjoy that author event. That drink would set you back at least $75 at Gen Con. Oh yeah, if not more. Literally, the $75 a year I charge everybody to come and eat, I don't know, about $3,000 worth of food. He basically poured that in one shot. Next year we'll have the same crew, plus Lorraine, plus hopefully Chuck, and then I'll extend the invite to Chad Lutsky, and then he won't come. But at least it's extended. So many whiskey options is right. I saw a movie that is worthy of recommending to you, Armed Mercy. I will never watch that. I don't care if it's a movie that everybody in it I love. You recommended it. I know I'm not going to like it. Chad does hate us. You know, because Chuck Buddha's here and he doesn't shut the fuck up. And we're like, Chuck, enough. So somebody will just say, hey, let's talk about the accused at 5 o'clock while we're waiting for dinner. some wires crossed here, it looks like. I gotta do my week that was supposed to be done at 10:30 this morning, but I got at 4:30 to bring Nick and Frank to the airport. Then I came home. Tom slept on the couch. He was up, and I was like, I'm going to bed. Slept until like 8. Pete got up at like 9:45 this morning. Must be nice. That is true. Right, yeah. Yeah, everybody has headphones on. Except for me. Now, when my wife's not here, and if I'm not doing this, I will usually have music blasting from the little Google, whatever they call it. But yeah, everybody else in the house has headphones on, so they're in their own little world. But I can hear everybody typing, which is nice. Motivate you. There's Haas. Now, Lorraine, we want you in the chat. Do not think it for a second. We would rather not. It's boring without you in the chat. You keep the conversation going in a different direction, or else all we would be talking about is the same stupid garbage all the time. You have to. If anybody has to be in this chat Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Lorraine, it's you. No mustache, or then you can't come in. Oh. In spirit, you're one of the guys. Physically, don't be one of the guys. Besides, then you'd have a better mustache than Keith. What'd you do, Nick? Truth hurts, Keith. You saw the TSI guy and go, watch out, this guy, he's shady. Nope. Come on. He does look like a mobster. Yeah, whatever it takes, Lorraine. Yeah, whatever it takes. I finally filled in. I didn't know you when you're 40s, I don't believe. So that's probably why I didn't realize. Actually, the ice pack for the cheese was flagged. Oh, the ice pack that you lent him? Good job. That's a good question. Let me look on the MLB MLBTradeRumors.com. Mariners to acquire Taylor Ward from the Orioles. Red Sox Orioles discussing Adley Rutschman. Guardians to acquire Joe Adele from Anaheim. Phillies get Luis Arraez and Caleb Killian. Brewers among teams pursuing Clay Holmes. Mets are giving everybody away as quick as possible. The Angels got Nacho Alvarez Jr. So in me and Tom in our high tide, low tide, rising tide books, the little Mexican kid is nicknamed Nacho. And what's really funny about that is his name is literally, I forget what this guy's real first name is, but we use like that name. And his nickname is Nacho. I think Tom created it, not knowing about the ball player. Yeah, Tom went home. Shelly dropped him off and picked up Alice. Tigers trade Verlander for a stick of gum. Yeah. So a lot of rumors. Nothing major. We have till 6 p.m. tonight. My time. I will see what happens. I don't believe the Tigers are going to unload a lot of guys, though. Stop. So there we go. So that's after I do this, I'll basically be watching The Wire, not the TV series, the MLB Trade Wire. So yeah, Tom's home now, and he's on. He should be on the chat somewhere. For some reason, the Tigers still have Outman. I like the guy, but he's a strikeout king. That's me. He had a home run. Yeah, nobody wants that guy. That's why you're stuck with that guy. That's why the Dodgers didn't want him. Captain Outman, he runs around the Tigers outfield in it with a cape. Sometimes he shoots death rays from his baseball mitt. And people are like, can you stop doing that? You're disrupting the game. Anyone here should be constantly questioning the validity of what they say is Armand, not me. I mean, he does have a point, but you're making up superhero names. Lorraine, that guy doesn't play baseball. That's not a real name. Next will be like, oh, our catcher, Carnivore. Like, that's not. No, that's not. That's a superhero name. That's a villain name. Oh, Charlie. Charlie also is invited for next year too. Everybody on this thread except for one person, you know who you are. You know who you are. Of course, Charlie. We would love to have you here. You'd have to sleep on the air mattress, though. It's a nice air mattress. No, that was another Charlie. That was a different one. Haas, you want to come too? You got to bring your own air mattress, though, I think. We're running out of room. Unless you want to sleep in bed with Chuck, you guys can spoon. Otherwise, yeah, Peter got a room because Chuck canceled. But when Chuck's here, since he's OG, he gets the room and Peter is on a couch with Tom. You probably can do it from the backyard because they'll probably just be lying on the floor in the living room. Yeah, Lorraine, you'll meet everybody in this thread except for Keith. You know what, though? Come for the food. My wife would love that. Everybody always said that, too. They're always like, yeah, we're just here. Really, we're here for the food. The writing thing is kind of like a bonus, but not the main thing. Because it's not even exaggeration, the amount of food she makes. I'm like, there's 8 of us. If the rain's there, I might have to make the joke. Okay, so I'll be like, hey, Lorraine, Keith's here. Could you meet him on the street? I don't want him on my property. Oh, you've never met Keith in person. He's Keith. I can only take him for like 3-4 minutes at a time. Yeah, Keith will just be in the dining room window staring in, and then every now and then somebody would be like, somebody go out and tell Keith to get away from the window. We're trying to work. Fun. That's the word I was looking for, Keith. I forgot that one. Yes. Keith is fun. You know what they used to call him in high school? Fun Keith. So that does make sense. It is fucking hot in here. It is 81 degrees here, but it is very humid. And I'm sure it's like 81 feels like 187. Feels like 10,006. "25 years ago, I hung out with Keith. He knows what he did. We slept in the car together, and I woke up, and I was like, get your hands out of my pants. And he's like, you're not even wearing pants. Then I was like, what happened to my pants? It was very unnerving. Yeah, I forgot we slept in the car too. You know, that homeless man probably needed them more than I did. It was just weird. I walked around all that weekend without pants on, though. I mean, I think I brought another pair with me. I don't know why I didn't just put those on. Plenty of homeless people up here, Keith, in Jacksonville, so you could do it again. Keith wouldn't come up because he doesn't want to spend the weekend away from his beautiful wife. She'd be like, "Oh, you're leaving? You won't be here? I get to watch movies that I might actually like? Oh, that sounds awful." I'll make sure everybody wears pants. This it'll be the first MandoCon where anybody wears pants, but we'll do it. Lisa and I will make the drive together and I'll say, you know what, you can come Saturday night as our special dinner guests. Then I would like you there. But you got to bring Lisa too. I don't think I've ever actually met her. I mean, except for the times that we had that a couple of affairs. But I mean, I don't think I ever talked to her. It was just a quick romp in a bathroom at the Hooters in Orlando. Yeah, I don't think we actually met. So that's what she's been missing in her life, obviously. It's only like a 2.5 hour drive or something. Yeah, we were supposed to have my daughter and her boyfriend were supposed to be the Saturday night special guests, but they bailed. Yeah, Charlie, you act like you've never had sex in a Hooters bathroom. Come on, man. Haven't you lived? I'm going to be honest with you, though, man. I am ready for a freaking nap. It's funny, starting Thursday night, it was like 10 o'clock. Nick is always the one who leads the charge. He's like, I'm going to bed. And then we went to bed, but then Mr. Frank gets up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and then Tom's on the couch, so then Tom is up. So I get up at 7, and those two are already up. And then Nick would get up about 8 o'clock or so, and then Pete would get up at about 8:45 right before we started. Frank is home. Frank was going to take his daughter to a movie today, since he obviously hasn't been home since Thursday. So he more or less will not be on today. But I already knew that. We watched a couple of we watched some Shark Week episodes last night. I just put the TV on, and the premiere of the new season of Naked and Afraid Shipwrecked was on. We watched that. But 10 o'clock, Nick stands up. He's like, going to bed. And then everybody just went to bed. I would imagine, Lorraine, when you come, you will come in the morning and hang out with us like through lunch while your son is at the what do you call that? At the pool. So obviously you got to find a hotel with a pool, which up near the airport, which is 10 minutes away, you should find one. Tickets to a movie needs to get his priors. Yeah, but his daughters walk all over him, so he couldn't. Right, Nick? Isn't it definitely going to be nap time today? 100%. 100%. Leave my son at home with his dad and heading down with a friend. Well, even better. So you can come all day. Is your friend cute? Bring her. We can just stare at her the whole time. Put her in the corner. Make it really awkward. And that's probably not a, probably a 6 hour ride, something like that. Friend, what's that? Charlie doesn't have it. Charlie has no friends. Poor Charlie. Charlie, you can be our friend. We're gonna have a full house. We're gonna have a full house next year. Watch when you come in. There'd be air mattresses everywhere on every surface. Good time will be had by all. All, I say. Oh, that's, Charlie. Don't say you're gonna get me all sad. Don't say that. Don't say that, Charlie. Keith will be your friend. Keith, say you're gonna be his friend, even if you're not. Just say to Charlie, "I'll be your friend." Lorraine, you can stay in the house. That way, uh, uh, Nick will have to also go back into sleeping in the living room. Hammock sure. You know what? If it wasn't 90, 100 degrees out, yeah, right. Everybody's sleeping under the stars. Keith, do not bring Yu-Gi-Oh cards with you, please. My wife will not let you in the house. My friend is married and should be hanging out at those picking up some strange at the bar, huh? Your friend wants a little play around. I'm out of Georgia. That doesn't count as cheating. I get what's going on with your friend. All right. We go to the chocolate factory together. Can't borrow. The neighbors will be complaining. There's so much noise in the backyard. I think it'll be good for you, Lorraine, and it'll be cool to get you down here to meet you, to hang out. But you got to figure out, like, once we get closer, obviously next year, you'd be like, you know what? Do I want to stay for lunch or do I want to stay for dinner? Do I want to go in? Do I want to come? If you're only doing half days, do you want to stay later? No, don't be bringing anything. Then Peter Marsh will be bringing his Transformers with him. Bunch of nerds in my house. Your friend can come Saturday night for dinner. She can be our special Saturday night guest with Keith and Lisa. This will be the biggest. This will be the biggest MandoCon yet. Yeah, Haas is bringing his D&D dice. I mean, we are set. We will be friggin' nerding out. Around these same dates as right now. July, like 29th, 30th, something around there. I'll step it up into adult and do not bring your magic cards either. I was going to stagger it afternoon, evening on Friday, since I'm traveling 5 hours, and then morning to afternoon on Saturday. That works. Maybe the whole day on Saturday. Here's the thing: on Saturday, come hang out right with us. You'll be talking the whole time. I'll be like, Lorraine, can you be quiet in there? I'm the only one without headphones. And then if you're a married friend and her whatever dude that she picks up in Jacksonville to have crazy infidelity with, they can come to dinner. No, he doesn't do magic. He plays magic cards like a 5-year-old. There was a Pulp Fest is right after it. What's Pulp Fest? Look that shit up. Whoa, what am I doing? Turn that off. Hit the wrong button. Pulp Fest. Ugh. It was basically this weekend. So we'll see when Pulp Fest 2027 is. August 5th to 8th. Yeah, we're doing the weekend before. In Mars, Pennsylvania? Come on. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Do crazy infidelity stuff. Yeah. I've heard of this, yeah. Have you gone to this before? Or this will be your first time? I just don't want to go to Pittsburgh. Because, Pittsburgh. It does look pretty cool. I'm going to join their mailing list. Not that I'm going to go, but it's another mailing list that at some point this year I'll go, why did I subscribe to this? She's not too old to learn. Yeah, I do love I'm sure the dealer's room is just full of really cool pulp magazines, all those covers. It looks interesting. No, you can go next year. After MandoCon. I'll take a picture of the dry erase board, but I think we broke 100,000 words total for, what was there? 7 of us writing? I watched a lot of cool. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. No, you know who talks a lot? Peter Marsh. That dude asked 1,000 questions, which is cool. He kept naming. It's funny. I think Nick said it was the uncensored version of me on YouTube Live, because I was talking crap about everybody we know. And Pete's like, "Do you know this author?" I'm like, "Hate that guy." You know this author? What a jerk! Like we went through the all of them, like everybody, and like there was only a couple. I was like, "Yeah, he's actually a good guy," but mostly he was like, "Yeah, those people are jerks." Let me look up and see when Shark Week is next year too, because we'll be watching shark shows. Oh, so it ends. Yeah, it will end again. Okay, so yeah, so that so it'll be the same week. So we get to watch some shark shows. Which Amanda was like, I don't watch these. I'm like, well, that's what we're watching. We're all a bunch of boys sitting around watching shark shows. At the 26 years, Lisa still laughs at my jokes and encourages me. I'm like, I don't know why. I think it's once we slept together, I was like, I'm done with this guy. I communicate through satire, so I don't talk about. Haas will be sitting in the corner, and then everybody will get a text message, and then we'll all look at it and go, Haas, you're crazy. Shelly just shakes her head whenever I say anything, but I'm fine with that. I know I'm funny. I know I'm hysterical. Well, there's a lot of talkers, especially once dinner is over. We're all sitting around the living room. A lot of talking. Let's see if this MLB trade rumors thing is updated. A lot of small little trades so far. My wife beats me and I carry her in the corner. You know what? When you're here, Charlie, we'll assign somebody each day to beat you. You are funny, Armand. Well, thank you. But Peter Marsh he asks a ton of questions and he's very gullible. So I just lied to him about stuff. And he believes every word I say. It's awesome. Like yesterday, we're doing brunch. Sundays we don't eat at 12, we eat at 11. My wife makes scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, biscuits. There's fresh fruit, and we do Monte Cristos, and I'm like, who's having Monte Cristos? Who's having French toast? So everybody says Monte Cristos, and we do it the New Jersey Monte Cristos, which is French toast. Then you put a piece of turkey, piece of ham, and you melt a slice of Swiss cheese on top with syrup, maple syrup. And then Peter's like, I'll just have French toast. I say, hey, Pete, guess what you're getting? Monte Cristo like everybody else. And then he laughs. And Shelley's like, stop being so mean to him. Like, tell him to stop saying dumb things. No raspberry jam. No. We're not doing a crappy Florida version of it. We're doing the real version of it from New Jersey where it was authenticated. There was, I think, raspberry jam in the house at the time, but nobody asked for it. Yeah, maple syrup. It's basic. It's not deep fried. Like down south, you deep fry it. And I'm not saying that's bad. It's delicious. But New Jersey, growing up in the Northeast, I make it like we grew up making it. Like if you go to a diner in New Jersey, you're not getting, raspberry jam bullshit. You're getting, they're putting the maple syrup. I'm with Shelley. What does that mean? It's delicious. Raspberry jam maple syrup on French toast, super yum. You can't do both, Lorraine. We don't do that in this house. Maybe Lorraine can't come for MandoCon. She's going to have wacky stuff like that. Nothing sweet on a sandwich, please. It's not a sandwich. It's like, it's just a piece of French toast. Or I give everybody 2 pieces of French toast. And then on top of that, I put a slice of turkey on each, then a slice of ham on each. Got to be very specific. Then a slice of Swiss on each. Throw it in the microwave for 30 seconds so the Swiss melts a little bit. Then you pour some maple syrup, cut it up, fork and knife, you eat. With you being mean to Pete, I'm with Shelley. He's in person, he's very loud. And you'll be happy to know, Chad, he wrote on the couch all weekend. And he just slumped over with his laptop. I just wanted to have my cake and eat it. We had my wife made for Mr. Frank carrot cake, delicious carrot cake. She did not make the shark cookies though. Last night she was like, "Do I got to make these stupid cookies?" And she kills herself all weekend, and I'm like, "No, you do not." Like, don't worry about it. We'll make them some other night. No, I just told you what's on the Monte Cristo. The only thing sweet is the maple syrup. You could eat it dry. I wouldn't suggest that. You put a little maple syrup on it. Keep getting ads for editing services. You don't suppose the others. I think so. I keep getting financial ads when I'm watching videos. Maybe I should do better with my finances. Yeah, I think I got a pro writing aid one yesterday. I didn't even do a, not that anybody apparently noticed, I didn't even do a Sunday video. Totally forgot. Oh, you get the #1 crown. Nice. All right, I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to be honest with you. Enough of this. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will see everybody on Wednesday. We'll get back to writing tomorrow, and we will talk further. So I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. Appreciate everybody. Any more questions about MandoCon, we can talk about them on Wednesday. Otherwise, thank you. Cheers right back at you.